Good night, my peeps.
Good night.
Welcome to Yardman Second Chance program, where we inform, inspire, educate, and motivate. Big up all my subscribers out there in the diaspora. And first, I must say, big up to my sponsor over there, my main sponsor, Dids Fashion, located at 762 Burke Avenue in the Boogie Down Bronx, the Big Apple. They sell woman and man clothing in the latest fashion. The opening hours are Tuesdays to Fridays, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. And on a Saturday, they open 10 to 10. And on Sundays, if it's a holiday, you can find this fashion open. And big up to Pablo at Millennium Records, 228 on White Plains Road in the Boogie Down Bronx. And big up to the #1 jerk center over there in Scarborough, Kai and Rambo. And big up to our friend over there in California, always watching.
Opal. Big up.
Big up, Opal. Yeah. Well, respect, keep on subscribing to all our shows and liking and sharing.
And big up to Mark, your brother.
Yeah, bless up Mark. New subscriber Mark.
Yes.
Ado and Neil and the family. Jen. Bless up. And my sisters always watching. Well, tonight we'll be talking about how I become a bus driver in Vancouver here. Right? So after being deported in Jamaica for years upon years, I was there 24 years. I was doing my security work for the last 10 years of my life down there. I was doing security. So I usually sit under this big tree, looking at the mountains, thinking about going back to Canada. And I was thinking that when I go to Canada, I'm gonna be driving those long school bus. That's what was in my mind. Sometimes I'm daydreaming, literally sleeping on the job and thinking that I'm in Canada. So when I reached back to Canada, I was so happy. First, I start to work in this restaurant. My longtime brother-in-law had this restaurant. I start doing some cooking for him and stuff. But then I noticed that wasn't for me. All my hands were burning up and stuff with the hot oil and stuff. Even though I had a restaurant before, but then I never used to cook. I just used to have my restaurant and other people cook. So I left. I decided say I'm gonna leave. I was thinking of going to Toronto, but then Toronto I had most of my friends down there. And I didn't wanna get back into that circle. So I had a friend in Vancouver, call him, and he said yes I could come down here. So I came down here. When I came down here, I start driving.
But babe, why did you choose Vancouver over? Because you have Calgary, and you know people in Calgary. You know people in different places. Why did you choose Vancouver? I understand that you wanted to leave Montreal, but why you chose Vancouver?
Well, because Vancouver, the weather, first of all, because I know about Canada, because I was living here a long time. So I know that Vancouver is the best place. It's sunny, it's less snow. We only get some rain down here, mostly rain,
Okay.
less snow. So I decided that I would just come here because at my age right now, I can't take the cold. Because Toronto is really cold. Montreal is really, really cold.
Okay.
So I came down here, you know. So when I came, first thing I start looking about is a job. I wonder how I'm going to start my life all over because I have to start.
I remember when you said you live in Montreal and you say you're going to come to BC. I remember. I was still in Jamaica at the time. And I remember when you said you wanted to come to BC, and you came to BC.
Yeah. So when I came down here, I started looking for a job. But in Canada, you have to have a skill to get a job
Yeah,
quickly.
you have to have a certification in something here. It doesn't matter where you leave Jamaica with, you must have a certification in something here. Because the first thing they're going to ask you is if you have any experience, one. Two, what they're going to ask is if you have any experience working in Canada, even though you can work in Canada. They're going to ask if you have any experience. No, you don't have any experience. Do you have any certification in a Canadian certification? No. So the first thing you have to really do is get some certification in Canada, right? You may not do what you used to do back home in Jamaica, but you have to be certified in something, and that's a start. It's a stepping stone.
Yes.
But you know what I need to ask you? You said when you were in Jamaica. I remember when you were in Jamaica, you used to you say you used to sit under the tree and think about coming back to Canada. And imagine yourself driving the bus.
Yeah.
But did you realize that you were actually manifesting your life? Because that's called manifestation, you know. When you sit.
Yeah, but I don't reach that part yet. Let me tell you how I get to come into the bus thing.
No, but me no want no. That's not it. The fact that you were under the tree, right? And you're thinking about driving the bus.
Yeah.
Coming to Canada and getting in the bus system. You were actually manifesting your life. You were actually visualizing, because you have to manifest it and visualize yourself here driving the bus. So all right, continue.
Yeah, I didn't know I would be driving the bus.
But you didn't know you were actually manifesting it. That's what you were doing.
Right.
You were manifesting it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So when I came here first, I did when I came to BC. Now I reached BC like a month and a half after I came back from Jamaica. That's 2018. I went to do this 1-day course, a forklift.
I remember.
And I got my certification.
Same day.
Yeah. And the guy who I went to do the training with for the forklift, he had a friend with a warehouse, a big warehouse where they drive. They have lots of forklifts over there. And he told the guy that he had a very good friend. I didn't even know the guy.
You weren't even friends.
I just came here and the guy said, I have
Yeah.
a good friend, because while doing the forklift, I was chatting and, you know, he liked my accent and thing. And he asked me where I'm from. I said, I'm from Jamaica. So he called this guy and tell him, oh, I have this nice Jamaican guy. He's my friend and he need a work. And I went to do the test on a Friday. By Monday, I was driving forklift at that company.
I remember.
So I start driving the forklift for the first week, like the first 3 days. I find my way. No, my friend, he dropped me over there because I didn't know the place, so he dropped me there. And like within a week, I start take the bus to work. So this morning I used to do night shift.
But weren't you driving yourself there for a little while?
Yeah, after.
Oh, it was after.
Yeah, because I didn't know the place.
Oh, okay.
So I was taking the bus first.
Okay, yeah.
Right? My friend, he used to drop me over there a couple of days.
Okay.
Then I start take the bus.
Yeah.
Before I start driving myself, because I didn't know the road nor nothing.
Okay, yeah.
So I took the bus. Like the first week I was on the bus. First morning I was coming home because I used to do the graveyard shift.
I remember you used to do some night shift.
Yeah,
and when
go
you
to
come
work
home
at 12 o'clock.
When you come home, your eye them red. I remember.
Because I wasn't used to doing all them things. So I took the bus from work one morning early. And instead of going east,
I
end up west.
You go somewhere.
I end up west. And I lost my way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got lost. So while going the other way, I noticed some new place. I didn't see these places before. So I said to the driver, how do I get to Burnaby?
Yeah.
I was staying in Burnaby. And he said, oh man, you're far away from Burnaby. you're heading the wrong way. Yeah. So the driver, this elderly white man, he started talking to me, asking me where I'm from and stuff, because he said my accent is strange. So I said, I'm Jamaican. And he said, what do you do? Where you coming from so early? So I said, I drive forklift, but I'm new here, I don't know the place. So he said, forklift. And he said to me, man, get off that horse and come drive the bus.
Get off of the horse.
Get off the horse.
The forklift horse.
Yeah. And come drive the bus.
Yeah.
So I stayed on his bus until he reached the end of his trip, where he turned around. I stayed on the bus and he took me back to the train station.
Oh, so you were late for work that day?
I was coming from work in the morning.
Coming from. Okay.
And then we keep talking and stuff. So he took me there. So when I reached home, and I told my wife about what happened and about the bus.
I remember you tell me about the bus, about the man. I remember you tell me about the man you meet in the bus, and I remember that. Although my memory not so good, I remember that when you come home and say it.
Yeah, and right away you put in. We went online.
Yeah.
And you put in the application. We start check out this bus system.
First, when I went online to put in the application, there was no what would you say, job posting. There was no job posting yet, because you have to register and create a password and all these things. And after I did that, realized that there was no job posting yet, and you have to wait on a job posting before you can actually put in the application, right? And I keep checking. So sometimes even when you're sleeping, I go online and I check to see if a job posting come up. And I remember one night you were sleeping, and I got up and I went online. I went on the portal. And when I checked, I realized that there were the job postings.
Yeah.
And I just put in the resume and the application and everything same time on the system, midnight that night, because you were sleeping when I got up and do it. Yeah.
And one day I received this call.
Yeah.
That I should come and do an interview.
Yes.
When I reached there, was like 500 people.
Yeah, I remember you tell me.
Because this job is like a city job.
Yeah, I remember.
So everybody want to get this job. And I was saying, man, the line was so long, it gone around like 3 corners down the road. Lots of people. And I was saying, man, I wonder if I'm going to get this job. But I keep asking God, Father, help me, make me get this job. Let me get this job, Father. And I was there. When I did my interview, the guy said, okay, we're going to keep it for a second interview. My heart started racing. I said, wow. Look like
normally second interview mean them a scale down the amount of people, and they're choosing the best candidate to do the second interview, and you were in that batch of people for the second interview.
It was like
same day.
Like 100 people.
And there were a lot of younger guys ahead, and your whole heap of young guys were there. Yeah, whole heap
of guys.
Yeah.
But then with I had on the form, they said if you had records before, criminal records,
you have to
so I put yes, but I got pardoned.
Right.
So I showed it to the guy in the interview, and he said, yes, you're pardoned. He asked me, are you pardoned? You got your pardon? And I said, yes. So I said, oh, it's okay. You're good. Once you get your pardon.
Yeah, but when they call you, even though it's the same day now, and they call you for the second interview the same day.
Yeah.
That they're doing the second interview. While they're doing that, they're doing system checking up.
Yeah, but the system...
That's Canada. So they already saw that. Even though you write the yes and you say you get pardon.
Yeah, they
for
check
them to do the second interview, they did that same day, because there's a portal that they can check and tell.
Yeah, because government.
Right.
Yeah, so they did that, and I did my second interview. I talked to the guy. The guy said, okay, we'll call you. And in a couple of weeks, I get this call.
Was that the same day the gentleman come downstairs to find out who name Asquith? Is the same day when you do the second interview? Or is when you go back?
I think it was when I went back.
When you went back for the last interview?
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy, he saw my name.
Yeah, he saw the Asquith.
And he said...
He had to come downstairs to meet
He had to come down to meet this guy to find out who is Asquith.
Yeah.
Because he grew up in this place named Asquith, the town of Asquith.
Yes.
In Saskatchewan or one of those provinces
so
in
he
Canada.
wanted to know.
He wanted to know who is this guy because there's a town in there.
Yeah.
In that place named Asquith.
Was he the same one that was surprised at your age and your face? Is him when him look at you and I said,
no, it was another guy. Yeah,
another guy.
Yeah, so they called me and told me that I got the job, and then it took me like 10 months to get in.
Yeah, because there was some system issue.
The corona came around.
We had was it the corona?
Yeah, 2019.
It was just coming around.
Yeah.
And a lot of persons had shut down their offices.
Yeah.
And there were one of them too who shut down them office.
Yeah.
And they weren't doing anything. There was no paperwork being done, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you keep sending correspondence, you keep sending emails, which was a good thing.
Yes.
You keep talking to
All
this
the time,
lady,
yeah.
like every month or every 2 months you send her
Yes.
an email and she respond back to you even though she was home. She
Yeah.
used to respond, and just the wording of your email alone to her, you know, telling her you're checking on the applications and
Yeah.
what's the process and when they'll start calling in people to train and so on. And she keep corresponding with you. I remember.
Yeah, because you did the email.
Yes,
Kudos to you.
yes, and it was a long process, long.
Yeah, long process.
Yeah.
So I eventually get to drive, working with the city, driving the bus.
With the city, yeah.
So it was a bigger job, even bigger than what I was
you were planning.
manifesting. Than
What were you manifesting when you were home? To drive what kind of bus?
The school bus, the long
school
yellow bus them.
But look here.
I was saying I want to drive one, even driving that bus because, you know, I after
wanted
so
to
many
come.
years, I want to do something when I come back to contribute.
Canada. But look here. This is what a lot of persons don't realize. And this is a fact. A lot of these persons, even Oprah Winfrey and Bill Gates and all these people who have money, is manifest. A lot of people don't believe in manifestation, you know, because there's a higher power. Right?
Yeah, sure.
You can call that higher power the universe. You can call that higher power God, whatever you choose. But it's the same thing. It's the higher power, right? And talk about manifestation. When you sit and you think about something that you really want, really from your heart, want it, and you start feeling that want. You start feeling what you want, because you can't want something and don't feel it, you know. And you tell the universe, same God, and you tell the universe, listen, this is what I want, right? And you start feel that joy, because when you manifest, you have to feel the joy. You have to feel like you already receive it.
Yeah.
Right? So when you manifest and you tell the universe, you sit down under the tree and you manifest and you tell the universe what you want. God, the universe, was already putting things in place. So you see, when you were in Montreal and you say, boy, this is not for me. I used to own a restaurant. We should have come here cook in a restaurant and I burn up my hand. Right? Me need something better than this, and I need to come out of this kind of environment. And that was a higher power talking to you, you know, and you weren't even aware, you know. A higher power telling you that, listen, you must move right now. And then you you could have gone to Calgary. But the higher force already had everything in place to put you here in Vancouver. Then, that day, right? Because you had to get that first job, you know, with the forklift, you know. Higher force still, right? And that day you had to miss.
You have to last.
You have to last.
Yeah.
Higher force, same way.
Yeah, send me in that direction.
Exactly, for you to meet that gentleman.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's how it works. So a lot of times, we as people, some disappointment come and we kiss with teeth. And we show the universe how ungrateful we are. By kissing with teeth and give up. No, give up. Because if you ask for something and you genuinely need it, and you want it, and you have that desire, and you start feel like you get it already, right? It is already there, because we are creators of our own future. Right? And that's exactly what you do. That's a true testimony of manifestation and visualization. You manifest, you visualize, and it come to pass.
Yeah, because even when I'm driving the bus sometime, I said, man, look how I used to be back home sitting down
under the tree,
looking up on Jack's Hill. Because I used to be by Holo Pro there, by the Chinese place there, looking up on Jack's Hill. And I said, Father, help me.
Yeah.
So we can reach back to Canada, and I come back doing what I was thinking.
What you manifested.
And I love doing this job.
What you manifested, you come back doing.
Yeah. And this job now, I like it because like I'm moving the city.
Yeah, you have people life in your hands every single day.
Yeah, especially when I have elder people under the bus. Elder people, lots of them. I help them out and stuff.
Yeah, it's a big responsibility.
Yeah, I'm moving the city too, you know.
Yeah, and it's customer service. That's another thing too. A lot of people don't understand that being a bus driver, you have to have good customer service. And that's another thing I need. A lot of persons in Jamaica don't even understand how well trained we are as customer service representative in Jamaica.
Yeah.
It was just the other day a friend of mine who live in Toronto were talking about customer service and how grateful we are that we had the opportunity to work at NHT, because we used to work at NHT together, to be trained in customer service.
Yeah.
So when we come to Canada or anywhere else, we can give that level of customer service.
Yeah.
Right? Because Jamaicans are well trained in it. It's just that we don't care. Jamaicans is so don't care. But if they put what they learn in action, trust me, because whatever we're doing, we do it to the best of our ability.
Yeah.
And that's why you're such a good, but look how much letters you get already since you start.
Yeah, I get 2 letters right now.
And a 2 year.
I'm here 3 years. This year is my 3rd year.
But is 2 year you're driving for the bus? 2?
This year is 3 years.
3 year. This year we just start.
Yeah.
And you get 2 letters.
Yeah, each year, yeah.
Exactly, to say that you're a good driver.
Yeah, and my
good customer service
my
and so on.
attendance and stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know. Yeah, so my peeps, that's my story before I become a bus driver here in BC.
And let me just add this. We all need to understand that whatever we want, we can ask for it or manifest it and visualize it.
Yeah.
And receive it.
Yeah.
And it's ours.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're kings and queens of this earth. God gave us that power already.
Right.
But we have to tune into the higher force, which is Almighty God. For me, that's Almighty God. Some people call it the universe. Some people call it whatever they want to call it.
Yeah.
But we have to have that ability to tune into that higher force.
Right.
And ask for what we want. Feel it. Receive it. And it belongs to us.
Yes, preacher.
I'm not a preacher, and I'm just a realist. You know, I read a lot and I understand, and I'm in tune with my inner self.
Yes, yes.
But
well, my peeps, my peeps, thanks for watching. This is the Yardman Second Chance, where we inspire, inform, motivate, and educate. So tune in and keep on subscribing to my show so our channel can grow. And thanks for watching.
Yardman.
We're out.
Second Chance.
Yardman Second Chance. And big up all my friends down there in Angola. Big up, big up. We are out. Peace.